Yes, sir. You too. Thank you very
Like I
much.
said, I think you're on my team, so keep on answering.
Okay. Thank you.
Mark, want to get somebody maybe to lead us in prayer. Let's start off. I can do that. Great. Lord, we just thank you so much for this beautiful day, and we thank you for all the blessings that you bestow on us, Lord. We thank you for the fishermen that are here, and we ask that you bless their families, return everybody home safely. Lord, we ask that you bless this country, and bless this organization. In my holy name we pray.
Amen.
I'd also like to do a little remembrance, Lord, on several fishermen that we have lost, Lord. We lost Lee Thomas just recently. We lost Ray Scott. Started all this shebang. And of course, Aaron Martin's, Lord. We ask that they rest in peace and that we'll always remember them. In the holy name we pray.
Amen.
I want to talk this morning a little bit about a verse in the Bible. It's in John, and it's John 17. I came upon this verse. It was kind of different because I was listening to a news station one evening, and they showed a poll. And on the poll, they were talking about believing in God. How can anybody not believe that there's a God? But it happens. And in verse 17, in John 17, verse 17, this is praying for the disciples. This is just before he's crucified. And just before he goes into the Garden of Gethsemane and gets arrested, he does this long prayer for all of his disciples, asking God to bless them and keep them safe, and that he wants them with him in heaven. And he goes on, and at the end, he prays for all of us. He prays for everybody. And starting on in you, may they also be in us, so that the world may believe that you have sent me. And when you think about how basically Christianity was getting started, he was sending the disciples out to praise him and give the word to everybody, and builds. But still, there's a vast number of people that don't believe in God. And when you have that, and it's kind of like the way you're raised. If your parents didn't believe in God, you're probably not going to get any kind of Christian foundation. You're not going to have any God in your life. And if you don't have any God in your life, the devil's out there, and he's just waiting to pounce. And that's the easy pounce for the devil. But now we all standing around here, and of course the vast amount of people believe in God. And that is the devil's main workplace. He wants to get the people that believe is the main ones that he wants to go after. So I've shared this with y'all and several people. I came upon a sermon that an evangelist had done, Joyce Meyer, and it was called Battlefield of the Mind. And I would recommend that everybody that can get a hold of it, listen to it or read it, because it's an awesome book. But it talks so much about how Satan works to get in your mind, and therefore keeps your heart from being where it needs to be. And so I get to the point where I understand that almost every negative thought that comes in your mind is Satan just nipping at you, trying to get you going. So my message this morning, I guess, is twofold. In the way, think about what you're thinking about, and also, we had Chris Wells coming to our tournament doing the preaching, and I remember way back a long time ago, Terry Chuck, but there's not enough of those people to go around. And it's up to us as Christians and believers to pass that message on. And there's so many little things. You know, Shaw talked last tournament about what kind of weight we make. You know, and that stuck in my mind too. And I was thinking about Jesus. He made waves. He made big waves. And maybe if we just make a little ripple every now and then, even if it's just sit down in a restaurant and bowing your head to pray before you eat your meal. You know, there could be any number of non-believers in that room that see that. So you make a little ripple there. So, you know, that's basically my message. Just praise the Lord in every way we can do it.
Amen.
Anybody else have anything they would like to add to Paul's message? I want to thank him for taking the time to prepare something for us this morning. Anybody like to add anything?
And we just pray for safety as we go out here today on the water. We do want to lift up the D. Thomas family and Ray Scott's family and so many others in the fishing industry who we've lost this year. And Lord, we just ask for your comfort and your peace to be with them. And Lord, just as we go out there today, we do pray that you would give us a sense of peace. It's easy to watch that score tracker from yesterday and just get our stomach all tied up, and we can trust you, and you provide exactly what we need. And Lord, we just pray for that for all the anglers.